For those who prefer Linux or are simply curious about Linux and other open source technologies, this is Category 5 Technology TV.
Welcome to this episode number 265 of Category 5 Technology TV, Tuesday, October the 16th, 2012.
Wowza.
How are you? Nice to see everybody in the chat room. Lots of people saying hi just before the show. Krista, how you been?
Oh, busy and awesome.
Krista Wells, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, folks.
The one and only.
I try.
In the chat room as the Krista, so.
It's special.
Yeah. Hey, Pyrus Rock and Chris Reich. Sorry,
What? Yeah. I didn't actually say anything else. I said, nothing.
Haven't seen you since the anniversary show.
I know.
You've been busy.
I have.
Getting, like, business cards all done up and all that crazy stuff.
I know.
What do we got here? What do we got?
Busy somehow.
There we go. Brought me this whole box of gadgets and gizmos.
Fresh off the press.
Oh! Look at this graphic design amazingness of the Krista. Let's see if I can pull it up a little bit closer. There we go. If you need graphic design work, she's your girl.
Oh, who's that guy?
What a nerd.
Who's that?
What a bald nerd. Very, very nice. Thanks, Krista.
Oh, anytime.
Yeah.
Someone's got to cool up this show.
Just kind of make it awesomer. Much more awesomer.
And how have you been? Good?
Not bad.
Busy?
Yeah, it's been busy and it's been kind of leveling off. It's been getting more normal-ish.
Nice to see you're normalizing.
Yeah, it's getting that way. The studio is looking good. It's looking
less boxes.
Different.
Well, there's still lots of boxes here, actually.
Well,
they're just kind of all askew.
Those boxes I actually brought in.
Just for...
They weren't here. I brought them in.
The feng shui of the place?
No, I was kind of working on getting some more of the music area kind of set up and get that all going. So, yeah, cool stuff. But no, it's been good.
Good.
Yeah.
Sounds great. Well,
what do you got coming up?
News
in the
time.
News? Yeah.
That's cool things happening.
Hey, if you're not there already, Category 5 on Freenode, our chat room, and you can get there through our website too, category5.tv.
All right. So, coming up in the newsroom, Asus Padfone 2 is announced. An Austrian skydiver has broken the sound barrier in free fall. Sorry. Oh, and Amazon won't make money on the sales of their new Kindle Paperwhite on purpose.
That's interesting.
A wrist-worn sensor has been revealed by Microsoft for always-on gesture control. Interesting. Stick around. These stories are coming up later in the show.
Cool stuff. Hey, also tonight we've got lots of prizes to give away. Some cool stuff from TT, Thermaltake esports.
Yes.
So stick around if you have your ballot. Yeah, get it ready, because we're going to be drawing those in just a couple of minutes. Tonight we're going to be picking up where we left off with our series about publishing your very own book using free tools.
Ooh.
And tonight we're going to be looking at getting rid of the distractions as you're writing. And we're going to be talking all about some of the free tools that are available for you to help you with your novel project. So stick around. I'm pretty excited about this, and it's going to be a really, really fun series. And we've been getting a really great response on Twitter and through email.
Excellent.
On YouTube. So if you have any questions for us, email them in. Go to cat5.tv/ask. Or you can, of course, join us in the chat room. Krista's there. So
here all,
She's there,
56 minutes.
Yeah. We got a postcard this week, and I love...
Oh, yes, we did.
Love receiving your postcards. This one comes from a long ways away. Iceland.
It says, greetings from Iceland. Love your show, from Albert R.
Cheers, Albert R. And Albert is joining us in the chat room as well. Nice to see you. Greetings from Canada.
Cool.
Nice stuff. Excellent. Now, this is surprising. It's almost like they took this picture specifically to show us Canadians that, no, it's not all ice there. There's actually some dirt and some grass and a water geyser. So the stereotypes are not true. It's just
absolutely
Iceland.
I think as Canadians, though, we should be like, you know, a little more wary of the stereotypes.
Yeah.
You know, since we have like
live in an igloo.
polar bear races.
I don't know how to play hockey
every Friday.
Sorry, eh?
Like, you know.
Yeah. Thank you for the postcard. We love to receive your postcards, as I was saying. Krista, how can they send in their postcards?
Oh, you know, they can send them in to Category 5 Technology TV at P.O. Box 29009 in Barrie, Ontario, and that's in Canada, and at L4N7W7.
Sweet. And also, we've got our mobile site. Make sure you visit our mobile site at m.cat5.tv. Great way for you to be able to catch the show on your iDevice or on your tablet or your Android device, BlackBerry, Windows Mobile. But you can get there, m.cat5.tv.
Nice guy, this right.
I know. Loads of fun stuff coming up. We'll be right back with some of these prizes. We should tease a little bit more toward the prizes.
What?
Get your raffle tickets ready, folks. If you've got one from our 5th anniversary show. Hey, did you have fun?
On the anniversary show?
Seriously, I haven't even talked to you since.
I know. I've been avoiding you. I've been super successful so far. No, it was great. It was a lot of fun. It was I've never done it with like the live audience before.
Right.
So it was interesting to see like the live audience and then like you folks at home too. So it was,
we don't get that often,
yeah.
right? Like we have pictures of all different people just right behind the camera just so we can pretend that we're looking at you and saying hi.
That's true.
But yeah. But if you were there, you picked up a ballot for our prize draws that are happening all this month. And we've got some cool stuff coming up in just a couple moments. So stick around. We will be right back after this.
At EcoAlkalines, we believe you should be able to trust your batteries not just here, but here, and here. But with one exception, you should also be able to trust your batteries here. EcoAlkalines are the world's first and only certified carbon-neutral battery manufactured to the highest standards of recycling and quality, without any trace amounts of harmful chemicals like mercury, lead, or cadmium. EcoAlkalines provide performance that rivals leading national alkaline battery brands at a comparable price. Find out more about the EcoAlkalines difference. EcoAlkalines.com.
This is Category 5 Technology TV. Our website is www.category5.tv. Lots of exciting stuff going on tonight. Nice to have you here. Hey, Dennis Kelly, Agamotto. Yeah, good to see everybody. Okay, you've got some prizes that are within your reach.
Yeah, but I think I'm going to keep them to myself. So.
Yeah, they're pretty awesome.
So this portion of the show's over.
All right. Well,
or, I'll share.
Okay,
Let's
hey,
see.
thermaltakeusa.com. Check them out. They are fantastic.
Let's see what we've got.
We gave away one of these last week. Congratulations to our winners so far. This is the laid-on gaming mouse pad from Thermaltake Esports, or TT Esports. You want to check this thing out? You
yes.
See
are we allowed to open it?
Well, we are going to.
Ruin the street value of it? Just,
it's like when I opened the Star Trek figurines and Garby's like, no! Now they're only worth $2 instead of $2.49.
Yeah.
Brilliant. No, check this out. You really have to see the laid-on gaming mouse pad in order to understand what makes this so awesome. I showed you last week. If you want to just hold up my existing mouse pad, here is the laid-on gaming mouse pad, which basically eclipses this little bad boy. It's massive. The surface area, you can imagine as a graphic designer, you must love larger surface area when you're working with a mouse. So check that out. Oh, brilliant. Okay.
Cool.
Yeah. So get your raffle tickets ready. Krista's going to draw one of those for us.
Okay, I promise.
It's not just huge. It's really, really good quality too. It's like it's I don't know, like a saddle stitch around the edging. You can see.
You know all the technical terms.
Look
Are you
at
a
that.
sewer by trade?
It's like super, super good quality. This is like the ultimate mouse pad.
All right, folks.
Look at that stitching, folks. If you are a quilter, you will just be in awe of the mouse pad. Or if you're just a gamer.
Would you guys actually like to know who...
Sweet mouse pad, dude.
Who will be, I shouldn't say going home, you are at home. Who we will be sending this to?
Who will
Or do you
be
just want to
sending
talk about
this
the
to?
stitching some more?
Well, it is a very nice
No?
stitching.
Okay, so we are looking at number 865674.
865-674. You are our winner tonight. All you have to do is pop us an email live at category5.tv or give us a call within the next 30 days, 2545-228588. And the late-on gaming mouse pad from Thermaltake Esports is yours. Check it out. We got more stuff to give away tonight, so keep those ballots handy.
Cool.
Cool. What else do we have? We've got an amazing laptop gaming gig bag. So we're going to show you that in a few minutes.
Stay tuned.
I think we've got viewer questions to look at tonight.
I'm sure. And before we run into viewer questions, just let you know, Category5.tv is a member of the Tech Podcast Network, if it's tech, it's here, and the International Association of Internet Broadcasters. Just because I forgot to do that earlier. So now you know.
Now you know.
Now you know. And now from our awesome viewers with excellent questions. Question from Louis or Lewis.
Hey,
He
Louis.
says, I am
Paul.
trying to use ZoneMinder as CCTV software, but when I download it from their website, it is not a deb file. It's a bunch of files. I don't understand how to load it onto Ubuntu or Zorin OS. I have other programs I would love to try, but they don't load like deb files. Love the show.
Okay, so ZoneMinder. CCTV software. Okay, let's check it out. Downloads. And what do we got? Stable releases. All right, that sounds awesome. It's a tar.gz file. Okay. Oh, so you see, this is a Linux install. Like the program is to be installed on Linux. So extract this to your computer. Throw that in like TMP. There it is. Okay. So now all you have to do is get into your terminal. This is how you would do it with that file, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go cd/tmp to get there, okay? And then there's a folder called ZoneMinder now, which I created. I think that was what it was. Oh, with a capital Z, okay. There it is. Okay, so what you would do is sudo make, run that. Oh, and there's no make file, or it's not detecting it. I wanted to show you how to do this, but we need to configure it first. Sorry. If you type sudo./configure, it's going to go through the configuration. First things first, then we can make it. It doesn't work. But without even going that route, what I really would want to do first and foremost before I even bother with that is I'm going to bring up Synaptic Package Manager. Let's see. Because I will... 9 times out of 10, you're going to find programs in Synaptic Package Manager that you're not going to have to go through that kind of install. And there you go, ZoneMinder is in there. ZoneMinder is intended for use as a single or multi-camera video surveillance. So without even getting into building from source, the reason that I'm kind of just skipping is because I would just install it from a repository, because then if a new version comes out, you're going to get the updates. So let's then look at the versioning. Latest version is 1.24.2-8, and on their website 1.25. So it's a little bit newer on the website, and it says that this primarily focusing on logging and debugging, revamp, a few other minor features and fixes. So it doesn't sound like it's a major upgrade to get the latest and greatest version. So I would stick with what's known as stable in the repository. Let's try it that way, because this is so easy. So you know how to get here? This is Synaptic Package Manager, which is System Administration Synaptic Package Manager on your Linux system. Type in ZoneMinder under Quick Filter. Now let's see which repository this is in before I move on. You don't need to do this. It's in the Universe repository. So if you don't see it when you type in ZoneMinder, just go Settings, Repositories, and make sure that Universe, that's what I said it was in, right, is checked off. So make sure that that one is turned on. Otherwise, you won't see it. If that one's not in use, you're not going to see anything that's in that repository. So for me, I have it. So I'm going to click and mark for installation. Tells me all the other things that it needs to install. Just a fair little bit. Be mindful if it says that it's going to remove something, that it might break some stuff. This is going to do some stuff with Apache because it's hosting. It looks like it's using JavaScript stuff based on the components that it's installing. It's probably creating like a web interface so that you can actually use this from anywhere. So, which is cool. Be sure that you want to be able to do that, and then hit mark, and then hit apply, and that's going to install not just ZoneMinder but all of those additional things that you saw that it needs there, which could be a problem when you're making from source, right? Especially if their installation doesn't quite work very well. So I would try it in Synaptic, and then you get everything that it needs, and it's most likely going to install just perfectly. So, and it's very, very minorly behind as far as versioning goes, but it didn't look like the new version is anything exceptionally awesome compared to. Hope that helps.
Great. Oh, here's another question. From hello. Says, I tried to follow your instructions here, and it leads us to episode 230.
All right.
At about 36 minutes. It's an instructional on setting up VirtualBox on a headless system administered through PHP VirtualBox. I followed along exactly, but my VBox web service fails to start. I have since removed, purged, and reinstalled VirtualBox to attempt to resolve the issue.
Oh, right. Okay. Let's take a look. So that is the episode where we're talking about creating a headless VirtualBox. Which is great. There we go. Okay. So in this episode, we walked you through the entire process. One of the first things I believe that I had shown you was how to create your configuration file for VBox web service. So what you need to do is make absolutely certain that you've gotten through that particular step. Get your configuration file working so that you can initialize that service. Otherwise, you won't be able to run the headless VirtualBox system as we show in that episode. Watch it through one more time. You can go to the website at category5.tv, go to episode number 230, and just find here where it says feature creating VirtualBox, and just hit play there. And that will actually start right at that point in the episode. So that gets you right where you need to be. And then just follow the steps. And just make sure that you've got that configuration file going, because that's what's going to absolutely stop you if you didn't get through that step. So I hope that the information is there. I think that it is. I think we were pretty thorough in that episode with that software.
You're
so
just distracted by Rachel's pink hair.
I could have been, but I think that the info's there, and so I'd ask you to just give it a quick watch and check on that one particular thing. Maybe sometimes it's just knowing where to look. Okay, well, what step did I miss, or what little thing have I overlooked? And that would definitely be it. Would be that configuration file, and then starting the VBox web service. So please give it a try and let me know if it's still problematic, and if that's the case, perhaps what we would do is set up a TeamViewer session so that I can connect into your computer and get it running for you, or we could use SSH, something like that, and we would demonstrate that on the air so that we can show how that's done. So, all right, thank you for the question.
Good. This one's not so much a question. It is from Rob Pauselli. He says, just watch one of your episodes that you spoke about solid state drives. Found this from one of our suppliers. If you have a spare $105,000, this could be yours.
What?
And then he has compare, and then he has this Fusion IO
nice.
drive and all the specs.
Oh, I've got to find this. Let me pull this up. Solid state drive. Yeah, we were talking about the priciness of some solid state drives. Let's see here. I just want to see if there's a way for me to load this email without revealing your email address there, Rob. Which it doesn't want to let me.
Gotta be.
There we go.
Tricky.
I am tricky. Just kind of pull it off the screen. There we go. Look at this. So this is from your actual supplier. 5.12 terabytes. So there's the question and answer. We'd say, well, what's the biggest you can get? Well, if you have the money, you can get up to, well, there you go, $104,000. But on a plus side, it only takes 3 to 6 business days.
Oh, so super speedy.
Oh, yeah, it'll get there fast.
But if you wait about a year or two, that'll be $70 at Future Shop.
Yeah, a year, maybe 2. Could you imagine? That's fantastic. Thanks for sending that, Rob. That's hilarious. Wow. Could you imagine if you had that crash on you?
Oh, imagine how sad
boy.
you'd be.
That's like, I just spent like my entire life savings.
It's like a small house.
If you won the lottery or something, would you buy a 5 terabyte SSD for $100,000?
Yeah, I could
or
think
would
of
you
so
buy
many
a boat?
other things.
I mean,
exactly.
What would you do in that case? It's
Can you
like,
fish off of a solid state drive?
You know, I'd really love to have that, but you know, maybe, just maybe, a really decent, you know, car with
a really decent car for $100,000. You could get a really decent car, I think.
Yeah, well, with the trailer and the boat attached, you know. Wow.
Excellent.
Fantastic. What would you do with $100,000, folks? Oof.
Oh, here is one. Let's see who it's from. It's from Alan. He says, "Hi, Rob. I want to thank you for your very detailed demonstration on the Wirecast software and the various components that you use to produce your webcast. I've experimented with webcasting this past year at the school where I manage the website and AV services. I am now ready to step up from simple PC encoding using Microsoft Encoder Pro to something more sophisticated. I have looked at Wirecast, and your demonstration has convinced me that it would suit us very well. Good. Do you have a definitive list of what configuration a PC needs to have to run Wirecast Pro properly? I have a Sony EX3 that I input through a Blackmagic Studio encoder card. Okay. I don't know how much CPU load this rig creates, but the PC I have been using could barely manage it. Thanks again for all the great information and your well-produced videos. Cheers, Alan."
Cool. Thanks, Alan. First of all, the CPU usage is not going to be... It's not going to be really dependent on what camera you're using, right? So, because if the EX3 is an HD camera, then you're looking at, you know, if it's sourcing 1080p to the Blackmagic card, that's where it's where the encoding is taking place. That's where the CPU usage is happening, because the Blackmagic cards are reasonably low CPU usage for what they are. I mean, it's uncompressed video. It brings it into Wirecast, and then all of the encoding is happening there. So you do need to have a really, you know, a powerful system, because you're going to be switching HD video, right? So we're actually broadcasting in 720p. We use a 1080p camera. Now, you watch the Wirecast demo, so you know exactly why we do that, because when I zoom in and out like this, we're still only using one camera, but we can do that because of lossless digital zoom, which I described, and I described that method in that video. But the thing is yeah, you do need a powerful system. Do I have a list? We are actually, it's funny that you would ask that, because we're just working on that right now. I had a conversation today where we're working on putting together links for you so that you can actually see the hardware and get access to local, you know, places where you can purchase it and have it shipped to you or whatever, if you want to build something similar. It needs to be a powerful system. I mean, an i7 will do a lot, but there are other considerations too. So let's talk a little bit further. Would love to know more about what your existing system is, so that I can find out, you know, figure out if that's going to be sufficient for you, and I'll certainly be happy to show you what we have as well. So happy to do that. Yeah, Jot, thanks, man. I've got a question coming in from Pyrus Rocky saying that he's unable to access my.pogoplug.com. That's the login service for Pogoplug. And I'll just let you know, Pyrus Rock, that when I bring that up, here we are doing it live, and it comes up no problem. So it looks like that may be something on your end, quite possibly. Anybody else in the chat room want to give that a try? my.pogoplug.com. Hate to do that to them, but we'll test the cloud tonight and their infrastructure, see how well it works. If it stays up now, then we know it's Pyrus Rock.
Dennis Kelly doesn't have a problem. Says,
yeah, there you go, Pyrus Rock. So it looks like there's something up on your end, In a case like that, if it's, it could be where you're located geographically in the world, there might be some kind of issue. I mean, it's happened before where, a switch or something across the coast has lost access or something for some reason temporarily. But it could also be just your modem or router. You might need a quick kick. Just restart them. Do a hard
every
power.
time.
Yeah, usually does it for you. So check your cache too. Just try it from another browser or clear your cache. Give it a go. Everybody in the chat room says it's working for me. And it's still working for them, even though everybody just hit it all at once. So
just flooded it and it's still good.
It works, yeah.
Oh, we have a time for another one here before.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Okay. It's a comment. Are you ready?
Love
ready?
comments.
Okay. This is a comment from Mihail.
Hey, Mihail.
It says, hello, my name is Mihail. I am from Sofia, Bulgaria, and I want first to thank you for the help last time. My first question is, what prevents Linux to become more popular than Windows? My second question is, why is your show on Tuesday? Asking because it's midnight in Bulgaria, 3 p.m., and I get up early for work and cannot watch it. Can you move it to Friday or Saturday so I can watch the show live?
I wonder if they mean it's in the middle of the night, 3 a.m.
Yeah,
that
sounds like it would
in
make
the morning their time.
Yeah.
Well, why is it on a Tuesday night? I mean, this is the way it's been ever since the beginning, my friend. And the question, could you just move it to Friday or Saturday? That's what the on-demand does. Is it offers it so that you can catch it at your convenience. It's so much more fun to watch live. I know it is, but for the sake of consistency, it's really important that we have a set day and time every single week. And of course, we're all volunteers here, so we do this on a schedule, and the consistency helps us as well as helps our viewers to know when it is that we're going to be live. So I think we've got a pretty good routine. Mm-hmm. So we've been doing this for 265 weeks, my friend. So it seems to be working out pretty good.
Plus, think of all the co-hosts that couldn't make it on Friday or Saturday.
Oh, Friday, we're all
out
partying. Oh, having a blast. I'm not coming to talk on the air. I'm partying. Not really.
No, it would just be Robbie.
Yeah, just be
boring.
Me. Boring.
I'm kidding.
Yeah. That's right, Dennis Kelly. Yeah. The first part, why
is Linux not more popular than Windows?
Well, it is here. How about we say that?
A bias.
It depends on who you're talking
remark.
to. I know exactly what you're saying, but I mean, if we can create this atmosphere of Linux-centricness, which we just made that word, and it is now official. It's really, I mean, it does probably boil down to being at the right place at the right time. I mean, Microsoft launched Windows when there was really no other option other than Mac. Unless, and here's where the stereotype for Linux came in, unless you were a hacker. I mean, because if you wanted to use Unix, fantastic, go right ahead, but you got to be really good. So Windows was really the consumer operating system. So really it's just being at the right place at the right time. They came out before Linux was consumer ready. Now Linux is, and you're looking at, it's a lot of catch up to try to get to the point where consumers no longer think of it as a hacker desktop. Because back then, when Windows was the way to go for the PC, that's what it was. Linux and Unix, and I think that's probably a big part of it. And then, of course, there's the advertising. And,
I was going to say, how many people don't actually even know about Linux? They don't even know it's really an option. Well,
and that's, so promote our show, because we'll share it with them and show them the features of Linux and how it works and how it can save them money. And frustration. But I think also just the fact, I mean, Windows 8 is coming out, right? And Microsoft is pumping billions of dollars. Like, billions of dollars. Think about how many $100,000 hard drives you could buy with that, right? They're sinking that just into the advertising. That's just the marketing campaign, just to get it into people's heads that this is all that there is. Unless you want to go Mac, it's Mac versus Windows, right? It's not. Linux is the other option, but Linux doesn't have the billions of dollars to promote itself. That's just not the way that it works, because it's a different model altogether. It's a different mindset. So it takes us, the community of Linux, the users of Linux, and I know that she's nodding, but we'll convert her.
Never. But, I'll be here and smile anyways.
It takes us, it takes us to promote it. And I don't mean us as in Category 5. I mean us as in you and me. If you've discovered Linux and you know what it's all about, and as far as the freedom that it gives you with your computer, because your computer is your computer now, then it's up to you to share it with friends, family, and promote it locally. Share, if you find something like Category 5 and you think, hey, this is a great resource, then tell people about it. And that helps as well. Because awareness and knowledge is what helps people to be able to use it. And once they're using it and they have help like the show and like yourself, then all of a sudden more people know about it. So, and I've seen it grow a lot over my years of using it. I mean, these days we have lots and lots of people that I just bump into that use Linux. And when I was using Linux, years ago, nobody else used it. It was so foreign to everybody.
So you're saying you started the Linux
I started
trend?
the whole thing. Yeah, I did. At least in my family circle.
There you go.
Yeah. They're still on Windows XP. I'm working on them. Once Windows 8 comes out, this is why Windows 8 is so great. Because everyone will want something different. So, there's my opportunity.
Yeah, get them while they're down.
Oh, I hate this! Stupid Windows 8!
And there's Robbie with his new cards. And just...
Yeah, here's my business card. Fancy schmancy. Can't even get a paper cut off of these bad boys.
It's true.
Can't even. I hear that they're even dishwasher safe.
Should we test this? Dishwasher safe? I thought they were laundry safe. I was going to say, who put it through the dishwasher? Just stuck to my plate. I'll just put it in there.
Whatever. Here's a tip for you, gravy guy. Watch the show.
Yeah. Gravy guy.
Busboy. Sorry, I just offended somebody.
That's an insulting show.
No, that's the trick, is you stick your couple bucks in the gravy. So that the guy,
when you give it to people?
So the guy who's washing the dishes gets a tip. Because they never get anything, right? So it's not fair. So I was actually thinking of you, and now Krista knows to do that. So, gravy guy. Thinking of you.
Yeah, keep an eye out.
Yeah. Always watching out for you. All right.
Wow.
I know.
So on to bigger and better and cooler things. How about the news? Okay. So
that with the sigh at the end was really anticlimactic.
I needed a breath, and plus I lost the top of the news thing, so I needed a second to stall you all so I could get it back. Here are the top stories from the Category 5.tv newsroom. A literal mashup between smartphone and tablet, Asus has announced the Padfone 2, a 4.7-inch smartphone that docks into a 10.1-inch tablet. Both devices are powered by the phone. The Asus Padfone 2 is a follow-up to their initial Padfone, with the company clearly feeling that they can find a market with the unique device. This time, the phone is not placed in the tablet's docking bay, but is designed to slide into a slot in the back. Running on Android Ice Cream Sandwich, Asus has promised there will be an update to Jelly Bean in the near future. Names people.
Leopard. Tiger.
Well, ice cream sandwich.
Yeah.
Jelly bean.
It's delicious.
The Padfone 2 has GPS with precise mapping, NFC for contactless payments, and comes with LTE, which means it will work with 4G.
Cool stuff, eh? You look at the picture and you think that's two products, and in fact that is one product. The phone actually goes into the tablet and makes it so that it's up on the big screen.
So it's like
taking it to the next level.
A Power Ranger device. Remember Power Rangers? They'd all
like Transformers.
Power Rangers. And then they'd all go together and make like a big super.
Oh, yeah. Nice.
I totally watched Power Rangers as a kid.
Amazing. We just learned so much about Krista. I think it's cool. There's been some pictures circulating on the internet, and Asus said today on I guess on YouTube, they said, that's not the device. Everybody's posting these pictures on the news stories and stuff. So that is the real picture. Asus said that people are posting the wrong picture. They're posting pictures of a prototype of the version 1 product. So
Get it right.
Interesting, yeah.
Oh, Austrian Felix Baumgartner. Is that right? Baumgartner? anyways, has become the first skydiver to go faster than the speed of sound, reaching a maximum velocity of 833.9 miles per hour. Wowza. Which is 1,342 kilometers per hour. Oh, and jumping out of a balloon.
Sorry, what? Can you say that again?
Kilometers or miles?
Kilometers.
Oh, okay.
Something that makes sense.
1,342 kilometers per hour. I can drive that fast. Easy.
Free falling. That's insane. I mean, I guess if you're skydiving from a thing that looks like a spaceship and you can see the stratosphere, then you know you're a little bit...
You got a little time to pull the chute anyways, right?
Yeah.
You got a little time.
A little bit. Unless it disintegrates as you enter the atmosphere.
It's also possible.
Yeah.
I would presume anyways. So, in jumping out of a balloon 128,100 feet, which is 24 miles or 39 kilometers.
Wow.
Above New Mexico, the 43-year-old also smashed the record for the highest ever free fall. I would think so. He said he almost aborted the dive because his helmet visor fogged up. Scary. Yeah. It took just under 10 minutes for him to descend. Only the last few thousand feet were negotiated by a parachute. Once down, he fell to his knees and raised his fists in triumph. Helicopter recovery teams were on hand moments later.
I am so glad that he made it.
I think everyone else was too.
He was traveling at over 1,000 kilometers an hour.
It's pretty fast. But, I mean, like, all that could have been just gone because his visor fogged up. Yeah. You think they would have made some little, like, you know.
Yeah, like little windshield wipers.
Spend the extra $50 or whatever, you know, get an advanced visor. And
I built a spaceship to take me up to skydive, but I forgot about that. Yeah, no, holy doodle. That's wild.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy. Here's something a little less crazy. Maybe. I don't know yet. Amazon has confirmed it will make... Oh, no, not less crazy. Amazon has confirmed it will not make a profit from sales of its latest Kindle tablet and e-reader devices.
What?
Chief Executive Jeff Bezos told the BBC, "We sell the hardware at our cost, so it is break even on the hardware."
What an interesting world it would be if more companies were doing this.
Everyone would be poor. And it would be a much
But we would all
better
have
world.
$100,000 hard drives because they'd only cost $60.
Exactly.
I'm just saying, not to...
I think you're just going to loop back to that hard drive this entire show.
It just amazes me.
Oh, he made the comments as they launched the new Paperwhite e-reader and a book lending scheme in the UK, Germany, and France. He made it clear that the device's success would depend on how many books and other media files were subsequently bought by their owners. He told the BBC, "We want to make money when people use our devices, not when people buy our devices." It is a stark contrast to the strategy of the best-selling tablet maker Apple. Of course, that's in there. The latest E-Link-powered e-reader features a built-in light that will help Kindle compete against Barnes & Noble's Nook Glow Light and Kobo's Glow, which offer a similar feature.
That's a very interesting mindset for a business to have. I think that's smart. I was looking at the Paperwhite online.
Yeah.
Because we're getting into the series about publishing our own books, so we are going to be covering ebooks as well. So we need to have some kind of e-reader. And I was noticing, oh, doodle. It's cheap for what it is. Now it makes sense.
But the things that you buy on it, are they even a little bit more expensive than other devices, though? Or is it all just the same across the board?
No, it's pretty much the same, right? I mean, and they have this library system where it's like a lending facility. But also, you buy a book and it's, whether it's 99 cents or whether it's $4.99 or $17.99. I mean, you walk into a store, you're going to pay that anyways, and you read it once, and then what do you do with the book?
You put it on your shelf and you look smart.
Yes. Not with the books I read. Everybody makes fun of me because it's like I've read the book, and so it goes on my shelf, and now I have a shelf full of Star Trek novels.
Oh, Star Trek.
Yeah. They're sophisticated folks.
No, they're not. You insulted Apple.
Yeah. Sorry.
I insult Star Trek.
Stop that. Spock is watching you.
Oh, Spock and me. We're like this. A wrist-worn sensor that creates 3D models of the user's hand movements in real time has been built by Microsoft. The Digits prototype is part of an effort to create a mobile device that would allow its owner to control a range of equipment using hand gestures. They said it could be used as a virtual TV control, a way to operate a smartphone while it is in the user's pocket, and to play video games.
Neat.
Digits uses a camera-based sensor that detects infrared IR light coupled with software that interprets the data produced to construct a model of a fully articulated hand skeleton. This is then used to interpret what the user's hand is doing. It is designed to be less cumbersome and uncomfortable than sensor gloves. The prototype has been built using existing off-the-shelf components, but there was scope to improve the equipment with customized parts. Project leader David Kim said, "Ultimately, we would like to reduce Digits to the size of a watch that can be worn all the time." It's kind of neat.
Yeah, if that was the case, then it'd be like, yeah, I could see like Bluetooth version or something. And you'd be able to control your phone just by moving in the air. Mm-hmm. Cool.
Be cool if it was just like a little ring or something, though. Like smaller.
That'd be even cooler, yeah.
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 Anyways.
But let's not push it. I mean, a watch is still pretty cool.
Well, what if you're already wearing a watch and then you have two watches and you're just not cool
anymore?
One
on each wrist. That's why God gave you two wrists. One for Microsoft's watch infrared thing.
One to tell
and
time.
one to tell time.
That's why.
You wear a watch? I don't wear a watch anymore.
I don't often. I used to, and then the battery died and it's been dead for about 3 years, so it's 12:30 all the time.
You just pull your iPhone out every time. There's the time, right? It's always accessible. Mm-hmm. And then you have an excuse to check Facebook.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
Anyways, if you want, you can get the full stories at category5.tv/newsroom. The category5.tv newsroom is researched by Roy W. Nash with contributions by our community of viewers. If you have a news story that you think is worthy of honor mentioned, email us at newsroom@category5.tv. From the category5.tv newsroom, I'm Krista Wells.
Thank you, Krista. Tonight's show is brought to you in part by Netflix. You can get your free 1-month trial at cat5.tv/Netflix. Also, the official electrical company of Category 5 Technology TV is Cordery Electric. Please do check them out at corderyelectric.com. This is Category 5 Technology TV. I'm your host, Robbie Ferguson.
I'm Krista Wells.
And Krista has more prizes for you.
Oh.
Should we do this?
Do I have to give them away? I really want to keep it.
In just a few moments, we're going to be looking at our series about writing. But check out this. This is a laptop bag, but it is
Can we take it out of the bag?
I suppose you could.
Because it will look way cooler out of the bag.
Or you can go to cat5.tv/bag, and that will kind of show you what this thing is all about. This is called the Thermaltake esports Battle Dragon bag. It's basically the ultimate gaming bag. So, I mean, you stick your laptop in there, your headphones, your keyboard, your mouse, everything fits in this bag. It's amazing. But one of the other things, it's got a shoulder strap, it's got a carrying handle this way, and carrying handle this way, and it does actually double as a backpack. There's the straps are there to turn it into a backpack as well.
And it smells brand new. So.
It definitely smells new. It is amazing. So this is for the Battle Dragon bag from Thermaltake Esports at thermaltakeusa.com. You ready?
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
I'm ready. Okay.
Dave Maydew could fit his netbook and all of his ham radio gear in there. Absolutely.
All right. Number 865701.
865701. You're our winner tonight. All you have to do is email us live at category5.tv or phone us at 2545-228588. That's 2545-CAT5TV. We have lots more stuff to give away on the show over the next couple of weeks. So, of course, tune in every single week with your ballot if you picked one of those up at our 5th anniversary show. And make sure you contact us within 30 days of your draw. Cool. All right. Did we get through enough? I mean, we've got to look at writing tonight, and I know if we missed your viewer question, then forgive me. We'll definitely queue you up for next week. Do send us your questions live at category5.tv. We love to receive them. In the meantime, tonight I really want to talk to you about being able to write without distractions. So a couple of weeks ago, episode number... Oh, I'm going to do that to myself, aren't I? 263, I think it was. Yeah. On 263, Eric and I talked about self-publishing our book with free software. And we just kind of gave a really quick run-through. So if you've ever wanted to be a writer, an author, you want to self-publish something, check out episode number 263 where we give you the real rundown. But now, over the course of the series, we're going to be kind of slowing things down and giving you a step-by-step guide on ways that you can actually do this, which is to write your novel and then publish your novel, your very self, using all free software. So tonight I want to look at something really cool. Now, during that episode, we used LibreOffice. And I know during the episode I accidentally called it OpenOffice, and Garby called me on it, chat room called me on it, and Garby said, sometimes people just make that mistake because it used to be OpenOffice, and then it forked out. And that's exactly what I did. So I do use LibreOffice pretty much when I work on stuff, because it exports beautifully to PDF, and that's really what we need to look at. Check out our website, cat5.tv/publish. That's where you want to go. And at that URL, you're going to get all of the resources that we talk about during the series. You're going to be able to download the files, the applications, and all that kind of stuff. And here's what I want to do tonight. At cat5.tv/publish. Now, we looked at LibreOffice, so that's the full kind of Office suite, right? Tonight, I want to strip away all of the extra stuff, all the distractions. I want to strip away Facebook and MSN popping up and instant messaging and Facebook chat and Twitter and all the stuff that could distract you when you're really meant to sit down and do your writing. Because tonight we're starting at square one. We're starting with, okay, well, if we're going to publish a book, we need to write it. We need to sit down for, be it 30 minutes a day, or if we set a goal of 1,000 words a day, sit down and actually get this done. Did you know that if you were to do 2,000 words a day, which is a lot.
Still a lot.
That's a lot. If you were to do 2,000 words a day in 1 month, you would have a 50,000 word book ready to publish. That's a big
Still
commitment.
a lot, though.
But
it's
can
like
you imagine?
an essay a day.
Absolutely. But I mean, if you've got the idea and you can flow with it. So if you could actually commit to 1,000 words a day, can you imagine that if you really commit, then 2 months, possibly 3 months, you'll have a 50,000 word novel. How awesome is that? Like when you put it into perspective like that. If you do 100 words and then your sister MSNs you and your brother chats you on Facebook and your aunt posts a picture of her dog.
So you're blaming family now.
Oh, it's always family.
Wow.
Always family's fault.
Low blow.
No, I mean, Rebecca from Simcoe North talked about it at Impact Berry, or Ignite Berry, I should say, pardon me. At Ignite Berry, she said, it's procrastination. It's Facebook distracting us, and we never get anything done because it's there, and it distracts you. It's like I was saying, you look at your time on your iPhone, and guess what? Oh, check my messages while, and oh, look, I got 2 more email, and
look all those cool games I got there. I'll just play some
Angry Birds. Oh, wait a second, I'm supposed to be driving. Right. Yeah. So tonight we're getting rid of all those distractions. We are going to focus with Focuswriter. It's a free piece of software that's available for you, Windows, Mac, Linux. Okay, so we're really working to make this
all
so
platforms.
That it'll work on all platforms, because this series is not about Linux. This series is about making sure that hopefully you're a Linux user, because that would be awesome, and I would love you probably about 50% more. But if you are a Windows or Mac user, we're not leaving you out.
I will love you. Mac.
She'll love the Mac users. Windows users, I'm sorry, you need to stop what you're doing. Assess your life.
Take a look at yourself.
And really...
What are you doing?
If you wonder about your future with regards to Windows, look at Windows 8. The screenshots are messy, and you don't want to go there. So let's just focus on Focuswriter right now. Okay. On our website, cat5.tv/publish. There's the URL for you. Bring it up, and you'll see that there is distraction-free writing environment called Focuswriter. So we're going to click on that, and this is it. I mean, all it is really is it's like taking your software that you normally use to do your word publishing, which will be LibreOffice or possibly like Microsoft Word if you're on Windows or something along those lines. Here we're going to strip away all of the menu bars, strip away all the MSN pop-ups and anything that could distract you, put something up on the screen that's going to be, okay, I'm sitting down, I'm going to write now. Because that's really what you want to be able to do. Okay, so let's take a quick look at this software here. If you're on Windows or Mac, really, really simple to install. Choose Windows and then download, get it. Okay, choose Mac OS 10. Get it, okay? In Linux, on the other hand, you could get the source code and build it from source, or what I prefer to do is choose a pre-built package, and you can do that for pretty much any distro. For Ubuntu or Ubuntu-based distributions, in my case, I'm using Zorin OS. I'm going to use the Ubuntu PPA. It's a personal package archive. I'm going to click on that. Okay, so this is how we're going to get it. And all you need to do is just copy this bolded line here, PPA:/got code/GC PPA. Copy that to your clipboard. Now we're going to go System Administration Synaptic Package Manager. This is a program that we're going to use to install the software. Okay, up here we're going to go Settings, Repositories, Other Software, and then Add. And just paste that line in that we've copied to our clipboard. That's going to automatically convert the PPA to apt sources. So you'll see that. There they are right there. Launchpad.net/gotcode/GCPPA Ubuntu Natty, and it's automatically detected the version. Close, and then reload your apt sources list. That's going to get all the latest, that's going to get the details about what packages are now available to you. So that is a really, really easy way for Linux users to install this. Okay, so once your packages list is all refreshed, there it goes. Now I'm going to type in Focuswriter. It should find it for me. There it is. Okay. So Focuswriter, mark for installation, and then apply. So that's going to go out on the internet, as Synaptic Package Manager does, get the installer, automatically set it up for my computer, and get it up and running, get it working for us. So very, very cool how Synaptic Package Manager is able to do that. And again, this is just for us Linux users. For those of you who are on Windows or Mac, as I said, you can just grab those installers from here. Okay, so just select Windows or Mac, and then get it. Okay.
Al here says, is it MS Word compatible? I would imagine so.
Here's the neat thing, is that it's actually going to be able to save to ODT format. So that is your LibreOffice document format. If you need it, if there's really no reason that you would need it to be Word compatible, especially in the context of this series, because we're looking at specifically using free software. And so what we want to be able to do is we want to be able to save to a format, ODT, which is going to be now opened in LibreOffice. And then in LibreOffice, we can save it as PDF, or it's possible that the software may save to PDF too. I'm unsure. We can double check on that as we're just installing it now. But my focus is more on making it compatible with free software. So that's our LibreOffice and things like that. So it's installed anyways here, okay? Applications, Office, Focuswriter is now there. Okay, so let's click on it and see what happens. Oh, that's interesting.
It's
now,
so blank.
It is so blank. Mm-hmm. Of course, you at home, you see this the frilly stuff floating around that Krista designed for us, the Category 5
frilly
space thing. But
I think you mean awesome.
That gray area, that is now our writing surface. So, if I were to write my book, how would I start my book? Once upon a time.
Oh, it's a failure. Instantly.
Named Krista. Sure, it's failure.
Oh.
It's a failure instantly.
It's a classic now.
The fonts really stand out against the gray. The gray is not harsh like a white. It's not blinding me. It's nice and soft, and it's so clean. There's nothing obstructing my view. That's the zoomed out view. There it is. Now, if I point to the top, now I do get my file menus. So let's see what I can save as. Now, I'm going to save it as an open document text. It also saves to rich text, plain text, and all files, which is nothing. So I'm going to save it to OpenOffice format. And then from OpenOffice, I would then export it as PDF. So here, now without distraction, I can sit here and write my whole book, right? And it's nice on the screen. It actually looks really, really clean. The font that it's chosen is nice. And I don't have to think about fonts and things like that. I'm not having to think about formatting so much as just getting my book written. Mm-hmm. Just focusing on the writing aspect. Now, that said, if I'd like to, I can do things like italics, right? I can do things like bold, underline. And those are all based on the same commands that you're used to. Control I for italic, Control B for bold, Control U for underline, and so on. Another neat thing here that we can do, I can click on settings and go focused text, and watch what happens if I go one line. So now as I'm typing, let me zoom in here. Notice the text above, which is spell checked, by the way, and it says, hey, this is terrible typing. Now, okay, so there's my first line of text. Hit enter, and it kind of dims out. Of test. I was about to speak at the same time. So it really helps you to just focus yourself on the writing. Mm-hmm. So taking it one step further, now the next step is we can tap into some tools down here. For example, word count. We can see exactly how many words we have right on our screen. Over here, okay, well, it shows the percentage of our daily goal, which is set in our settings. So if you want to set daily goals for yourself to really challenge yourself, like I said, if you want to set it to 1,000 words, there you go. Good way to do it, and that will tell you how close to your daily goal you are. If you want to use time, you can set it that way. Or if you don't care about goals and you want to just write at your own leisure, do that. But I think it's a good thing to challenge yourself. Okay, so then down here you've got a clock, so you can kind of keep track of how things are going. And you can click on this little disc here and choose to set up a timer. So now we can go new timer, and we can set it to either a delay, like 30 minutes, or we can set it to a time, like 7:58, for example. What time is it now? 57. So now my alarm can be, okay, don't forget to get the kids, right? Whatever it is. And then I can close that, and I can just go back to writing. I don't have to worry about what's going to happen if I bring up my other applications. It's all done within here, so it helps me to keep my focus. Now, at any moment now you see I'm 9% of my daily goal. Once that clock rolls over to 7:58, it's going to give me that notification. So I can just keep writing. It's a lousy book, I know. But give it a try. Give this software a try. It is free, and it's available at cat5.tv. There's my alert. Okay. So it's come up there, and I can click on it to find out more. Click on that green arrow. How many words and paragraphs you've done in the meantime, and so on and so forth. Really cool way for you to be able to encourage yourself to get this book written. And as I say, 2,000 words a day. 1 month later, you've got a novel. If you want to do 1,000 words a day, 2 months. If you want to do 500, and so on, right? So give it a try. Get yourself started with your writing process. And in order to exit this now, of course, I'm just going to point up to the top and go File, Save As, and I can save my file as an ODT file, which I can then open in the LibreOffice software, which is also free, and then I can go Quit. And there we go. So that's our free software called Focuswriter. We walked you through installing and using the actual software. Make sure you save your work as you go, and that's going to get you just to the point where you're just writing. Set your goals, and I'm sure that within the course of this series you're going to have your novel ready to go, and we're going to be able to print that for you. Yeah.
You all actually asked earlier, and it kind of fits in with the save thing, but does it auto-save, or you just have to make sure you save?
I always save myself. Does it auto-save? Let's just check the settings real quick, because off the top of my head, I don't know.
Oh, there's one.
Automatically save changes. Let's see here. Sorry, there it is. Okay, so it's in the settings. So it can absolutely
Which is a really handy feature for people like me that always forget to save until the program crashes.
Yeah, you don't want want that to happen, folks. So always save your work. All right, well, that's all the time that we have for tonight. Don't forget cat5.tv/publish is where you want to go to find out how you can publish your own novel. And we're going to be continuing that series on for the next couple of weeks. More prizes next week, more fun. Abigail Smith is going to be starting with us next week, one of our new co-hosts. So make sure you tune in and say hello to her. Join us in the chat room to say hi. And in the meantime, have a fantastic week. Nice having you here. Thanks for joining us tonight. Get your questions in. Love your questions. Postcards too. Yeah. All the cookies.
Send cookies.
We'll eat that cookie on you.
Muffins, cookies. Don't limit yourself. All desserts.
Thanks for being here, Krista.
Thanks.
Nice seeing you.
Thanks for putting up with me.
Yeah.
You guys too.
I put up with her for an hour.
That's it. That's all I can do.
That's all I can give you. So kidding. See you, folks. Have a great week. Next Tuesday.
You enjoyed the show. Category 5 TV broadcasts live from Barrie, Ontario, Canada every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern. If you're watching this on demand or through cable TV, check out the local showtimes in your area at category5.tv and find out when you can watch live and interact in the community chat room. Category 5 is a production of Prodigy Digital Solutions and is licensed under Creative Commons Attribution 2.5 Canada. We'll see you next time. Thanks for tuning in.